Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today with my July 2021 block of the month. I can't believe that we are in July already and past the halfway point actually for this block of the month. Today's block is a really fun half square triangle block. I'm sure you'll appreciate having a little bit of simplicity this month after some more difficult blocks in the preceding months. But I do have some fun tips and thoughts that I want to share with you today since we're at that halfway point. So let's get started. Okay, so this month's block for July is actually a fairly simple one. Lots of half square triangles, which we've done before, and a few solid squares to make it even easier. But there are several things to actually talk about this month. We are now halfway through this block of the month, and so there's a few tips and ideas that I want to give to you today. First of all, for my 6-inch block, I just wanted to share, I wasn't really sure when I first started how I was going to do this one. You'll see that the 12-inch block, I'm making it super scrappy. But since I'm just basically doing red and green fabrics with this block, I decided to do one fabric for green, 2 different red fabrics, and then in the middle I chose a print that had red and green. And so I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. You could also make these center half square triangles one color and all of the rest another color. If you're just working on a 2-color version like I am for this, there are lots of options. I could have done these all scrappy, all different reds, different greens. Anyway, I just wanted to point out some of those options to you. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, because we're at the halfway point, before I show you, I'll demonstrate putting this block together with the larger block. But now is a really good time to just lay out all of your blocks and see where you are color-wise. If you're following along with my Happy Days fabrics, you probably won't need to do that unless you know there are some colors that you like less than the others and you want to change things up. But with this Christmas version, I just wanted to lay them all out and see, you know, what I thought. Do I have too many reds, too many greens, or am I keeping it pretty even? And I really kind of like this one. These 2 blocks have red in the corners, so maybe that's something I'll think about with the next blocks, is to maybe put more greens on the outer edges. They're pretty well balanced. So, but sometimes I know it can be difficult when you're working on quilts to keep it balanced. And so a really good idea is just to lay out your blocks, and an even better way is to take a picture of them with your camera or your phone and look at the picture and see if anything stands out to you that you might need to incorporate more of a certain color. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with how these are going. And I'll set those aside, and I'll just show you quickly how we're going to lay out the large block. So I've got my half square triangles sewn and my squares cut. And you will notice when you're making the half square triangles according to the pattern, you will have a couple of extras. So just save those. They're nice and big, and you might be able to trim them down and use them for a later block. But basically, I'm just going to lay these out. And with this block, it's really important is just the direction that the half square triangles are turned. And let's see, like my grays go like that. And so with this one, I've put the aquas here. I did the citrine going through. The gray is my contrast. This is going to be an extra. And then I'm going to put my reds. Let's see. Get these other squares in. And do I have these going the right way? I do. Okay, and that one. So yeah, so you're going to be left with a couple of extra half square triangles from this group of blocks and this group of blocks, and I just noticed I turned those the wrong way. So yeah, so double check your layouts. One way that you can make sure that you have squares that are diagonal at the top and at the bottom. These are always diagonal, these are diagonal, and then these all go one direction and these go the opposite direction. So I'm just going to head over to the sewing machine and sew this together, and I'll have both of my July blocks ready to go. Okay, so I've got the larger block, the 12-inch finished block, sewn together. Really scrappy, so you get an idea, you know, of different layouts that you can do. So there are actually 4 different colors that I used in this block, and you could even make those scrappy. This could be 3 different reds, 3 different aquas. And so anyway, before I finish up, I just wanted to tell you a couple things. I did, since I wasn't making very many half square triangles out of each fabric, I did just use my Creative Grids 1/2-inch ruler, and I drew the lines and then trimmed down my half square triangles with my Fit to Be quarter ruler. I love this one because it does so many sizes, but really you can use any square ruler with a diagonal line to trim down, and we actually have a video on that too that I can link if you're not familiar with that method. But yeah, I did not use the triangle paper for this because I was just making a few triangles from each different fabric. Okay, so there you go. This is block 7. We're past the halfway point, and I hope you're enjoying this block of the month. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's video for the July 2021 Quilting Life Mystery Block of the Month. I will link everything in the description below. You'll need to go to my blog to download the free PDF pattern, but I will also have a blog post linked where you can go and get that pattern, and all of the other patterns are still available. Please download the 2021 patterns as they come out. That is one thing that I do frequently get asked, because I take down the previous years to make room in my Google Drive when I add the new year patterns. So be sure to download this year's patterns while they are free. I do move the older year patterns into my Etsy shop where you can still find them, but if you want to get them for free, be sure to download them before the end of the year when I take them down and make room for the next year's patterns. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.